Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dr. Shazetta. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning to you. Happy Saturday. It is just before 8 a.m. and I'm running a little bit behind, but I've intentionally been moving slow today. So for many of you, Saturdays may be a full rest day. It may be a do what you want to do day. But for people like myself who are active in ministry, oftentimes Saturday is a day preparing for the next day. And tomorrow is a significant time in my church. It's my pastor's anniversary, and the team that I lead has a lot to do today to make sure that tomorrow goes off without a hitch. So I am supposed to be at the church at 9 or very shortly thereafter. My team arrives at 9 to begin their work, and we'll be there for a few hours today, and then I have one meeting right toward the end of that. So I anticipate being at the church from like 9 to 12:30 or 9 to 1 today. But I'm going to bring you guys along so that you can see this part of it and bring you along for the day. So excuse the back of my behind me. My room is a mess. My bed is not made. It's been a week. And so also a part of Saturday for me is resetting for the upcoming week. I do not like trying to reset on Sunday after church. When I come home from church, I want to get under the bed and do like my Sunday afternoon nap and not be bothered. So today the house has to be cleaned and reset. I've got to do a little bit of meal prep, although I do move most of my meal prep on Monday. I want to cook something for tomorrow, and I've got things that need to be done. So my hair needs to be cut. All things need to happen today, and so I'm gonna bring y'all along for the journey, and let's see how the day ends. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, so I am just about dressed. As you can see, I made my bed. There's still stuff sitting on my bed because, well, I have to work through my bags. I am looking for a good, just like everyday carry bag that's not too big, but that can hold my laptop, can hold my camera, has some organization, so I don't want just like a big drop bucket. So anyway, if y'all have recommendations, I'll let you girl. And I'm thinking that I don't want a backpack for just like my everyday carry to the office, to the coffee shop, etc. So anyway, let's think on those things. But I am just about ready to get out of here. I have gotten my own self cleaned up. My hair is still very much uncut. I decided that instead of cutting it this morning with my current clippers, that I want to go to Walmart later today and pick up a brand of clippers that I tried just kind of off the cuff when I was in Tennessee, because I needed a pair of, or wanted a pair of wireless clippers for my parents' house to leave there. And y'all, when I tell y'all I love those clippers, and it's time for me to like re-up on clippers anyway, because the ones that I have are many, many years old. They need to be sharpened, but it will cost more to sharpen the blade than to replace the clippers, all the things. So I need to go to Walmart. So I'm gonna wait and cut my hair this evening when I pick up, or after I pick up the new pair of clippers from Walmart. But I cleaned my room, including vacuuming. I haven't dusted. I haven't cleaned off that surface yet, because later on this afternoon we're putting up some shelves over in that corner that will kind of house some of the little things that are sitting and holding surfaces. And I cleaned the bathroom, which was a much needed thing. I just have to mop the floor, and I'll probably do that this afternoon after I cut my hair and sweep up the hair. It doesn't make sense to mop now and then cut my hair. Everything else is done. And so hubby's gonna hop on laundry at some point. I've got to get out of here. I also have to pick up pants from the cleaners, and I need to make sure that they're closing at some point, or I have to send around the corner to get them. At any rate, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to bring you all along for the journey. I'm going to grab my watch and put on some shoes and get out of here, because I am this much running late, or later than I hope to be. So talk to you soon. All right, hey there, what's up, team? What's up? It is 9:05 and I am in the car. I asked my team to plan to be there by 9, but I'm moving a little slow today, and it's okay because it's Saturday, and today is literally just kind of a setup and cross-training day for our team. And so I sent a text to let them know that I was going to be coming a little bit late, about 20 minutes late, and a couple of them probably will be a few minutes late as well. It's Saturday morning. Folks have had full work weeks, and so I try to always make sure that I keep that in mind on days like today, where we are more dealing with things. It's an informal day, if you will. Now on Sundays, well, late arrival can't be a thing. But today It's all right. We're going to breathe a little and go from there. So I am driving off the campus right now. Active today. Is nearing graduation for graduation time for our students, and so students are out taking photos and all of that stuff, which kind of sucks because it's a dreary day and a bit rainy today. It's supposed to rain like this afternoon, and so yeah. But at any rate, I am excited for the day. I don't know that I woke up excited for the day though, you know? So I'm glad that that is kind of shifted, and I'm excited for the day. I have on comfortable clothes. Like, comfortable clothes and good coffee will do great things for you. I decided that I wanted clothes that didn't really touch me very much today, so these clothes are very much oversized. They are clothes that I had while I was doing the weight loss thing, and still in kind of doing the weight loss thing. And so I have this pair of kind of sweatpants and this button-down shirt. I wear an extra large in this brand of the shirt now, and this is a 2X, so it kind of just is really loose and flowing, but it goes the vibe on that. And my Birkenstock style mules, my baseball cap, which is my favorite baseball cap. I've had this for so long. I bought this on the first birthday that my husband and I were married. He took me to the Shed Aquarium because I really wanted to go, and this was my souvenir hat that I bought at the Shed Aquarium. And that has been, we've been married since 2009, so that would have been October 2009 that I bought this. So you do the math. I love this hat. I love it. And I pull it out every chance that I get, and it just fits with my vibe for today. So anyway, I will talk to you all soon. I'll take you along for my time at the church and the work that we're doing. I am trying kind of a variety is the word I'm looking. I was about to say conglomerate, but that was not the word. But a variety of cameras today for my content creation and content capturing. So obviously I have my cell phone that I'll use in the more convenient moments. But this I am filming on the DJI Nano, which I really appreciate, especially because it has this suction cup right now that is mounted on my windshield. And so it allows me to do kind of these talking heads without taking my eyes off the road. And so you won't see me looking into the camera unless I'm at a stoplight. But there's that, and then I started this vlog with my Pocket 3. So today I'm taking the Pocket 3 off of all of its extensions and just doing it just in its individual. So I don't have the extender handle, I don't have the battery handle. The Pocket 3 is small anyway, but it gets down to almost nothing when you remove the extensions. The extensions are certainly convenient and they are useful, and I do use them. But for days like today when I'm carrying the smallest possible kit, I'm taking all the extensions off. So I am experimenting with what it means to use the gear that I have, but use it strategically rather than just being random and saying, oh, I'm grabbing this camera today. Just to have kind of these use cases, if you will, for each piece of equipment. The photo camera that I'm using today is a Fuji X100VI. So excited. Grabbed it or got it now a couple of weeks ago from KEH. At a really good deal, and really any deal would have felt like it would have been a good deal because the things are almost impossible to get right now and have been for a couple of years. So picked that up, and so it is my primary photo camera today. It is my only photo camera today. I used it yesterday for my son's birthday and got some amazing candids, but also amazing portraits of him. And so I really am excited to have added that camera to my kit. It's less bulky than my Leica Q3, and I won't say that I don't care about it as much as I do my Q3, but I'm not as concerned about throwing the X100VI into a bag. I'm not as concerned about that as I am about just tossing and bouncing around my Q3, just because it costs so much. Like, I don't baby my gear at all, but I don't want to be reckless with it either. And there are some trips that I take, some days when I just don't want the weight and the bulk of the Q3 on my shoulder or on my side. So the X100VI really lends itself well for that. And is, I think, I won't say a step above, but gives me a different kind of feel for my street and documentary work than does, say, the Rico GR series. Now, I love the Rico GR series and will definitely likely add the Rico GR back to my kit at some point in the future, possibly. I loved the camera. I've owned it 3 times, continue to rebuy it because it has a very unique kind of use case for me, but what I find is that I don't use it enough most times to justify keeping it. And so I have my little Canon S100 Digicam that kind of serves as my journal camera, if you will. It's a lot cheaper than the GR, and I love the renderings of the images, and so that's kind of what I use and keep as my pocket camera, and I think it's at the office. So I am also looking forward to, in the days to come, taking you all up to the office. My husband and I secured an office space in September, I think it was, of last year, and he's been working it for sure, doing all the legal work and the advocacy work, but there's also a space there for me, for my creative work. And so I really am looking forward to, as a part of this second quarter work, getting that space fully built out to be the studio and creative space that I know it can be and that I need it to be in order to execute on the goals that I have for this quarter with regard to content creation and brand building, right? So as you all are thinking about like what it means to set goals, what it means to execute on those goals, I want you to think about thinking about bite-sized pieces of, and I talked about it when I was dealing with, if my dad was beginning his transition, like realizing that I can't do everything at one time, but asking myself always, what is my next most faithful step? What is the next thing I can do that will situate me or begin positioning me for success? And so part of that for me this last couple of weeks has been, getting myself back into a rhythm, thinking about what scheduling looks like, having honest conversations with myself and with my husband about the capacity that I do or don't have right now, and then beginning to really take notes and jot down what is it that I really want to do in this season, and giving myself timelines. Like, I've never really given myself timelines for my own goals in a consistent way. And so for me, right now, that feels like grounding work, to be giving myself deadlines, to be writing goals, to be working within the confines of this quarter and seeing what I can achieve in this quarter, and setting, I won't say outlandish goals, but setting goals that will stretch me, but that are definitely doable, if I can set myself in a rhythm and be consistent with it. And I feel really good overall about how this week turned out. I was my first week back to work, and I didn't want to crash and burn, and I wanted to honor my limits, but I also wanted to get a feel for what my capacity is right now, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and certainly physically. My physical body feels like it's in a really good place. I have not caught up, if you will, on my rest, and so I feel that like the last 2 weeks have been kind of back-to-back weeks and back-to-back Saturdays for me in terms of church, and I try not to do that in as much as I can, but I've had back-to-back things as I've returned, and so I'm going to figure out a day this coming week that is just a day that I take off from work, whether it's PTO or unpaid. It doesn't really matter. I need a week for me, or a day for me. And so I'm going to take a day for me to just breathe and reset. And so overall, really pleased with the way that the week came out. I think that by Thursday of the week, or shall I say, I think it was Thursday. It was either Wednesday or Thursday of the week. I felt myself kind of emotionally kind of crashing out a bit, I guess. I think it must have been Wednesday night. Had a really big kind of cry session thinking about my dad. Grief is disrespectful in the sense that it doesn't give you any warning as to when you're about to have a moment, and it feels like sometimes anything can trigger that moment. And so Wednesday night was that night for me, and I didn't sleep well, and yeah, it was hard. Wednesday was hard. Which also kind of sucked because I had things I needed to do on Thursday. So I had to kind of pace myself into Thursday. And I had a really busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, executing on all fronts. Really, I got back last Friday night to DC. I had a full Saturday training with my team. Sunday there was church. And then went into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday hardcore for work. And by Thursday or Wednesday night, I just didn't have anything left. And I don't like being in that place. I don't like feeling that way. And so I knew that a big part of it, like I said, was grief. The other part was just being tired, and I had reached capacity and probably pushed myself a little further past it than I should have. And that part was on me. And so I slowed my pace Thursday, did the things I had to do, removed everything that I didn't have to do, and went ahead and did my planning for this coming week, my calendaring for this coming week. And then Friday, while it was a work day, it was also my son's birthday, and it was Georgetown Day, as you all know. So there was like festival things going on campus. And so part of my work as a resident minister is being present during those times and being visible. And it doubled as my son's birthday. And so we went out and partook of all of the festivities that were happening on Georgetown Day. And then he wanted to go bowling into a movie, and so I did the bowling. We all did the bowling, and then my husband took him to the movies because, again, I had reached capacity, and they both were really gracious in understanding that. One thing I'm finding, and I want to encourage you all as well, is one thing I'm finding is that it is important to name for your family, right, and those around you when you've reached a place of capacity, or what those signs for capacity are. And there was a time when I was ashamed to do that or didn't know how to do it, any number of things, and just wouldn't. And that never served me well, although I thought it was in the meantime. But now I'm finding that when I say to people, hey, I can't right now, the people are really receptive, that they appreciate the honesty more than they appreciate like the crash out or the mood swings or, all of those sorts of things. So my son was able to tell yesterday, I was like, I need to go home, because by the time we finished bowling, there was going to be like 2 more hours before the movie. And I was like, I can't stay out 2.5, 3 more hours waiting on a movie, because I had already reached. He was like, Mom, it's okay, me and Daddy can do it, like, you need your rest, so you go home and get your rest. And from a 13-year-old, from a neurospicy 13-year-old, like, that was a huge piece of awareness and emotional intelligence for him. But it was also a lesson for me that if I named for my people what I'm feeling and what's important, they will hear me and they will see me, that I just have to give people the opportunity to hear and see me. So take that nugget for what you will, and we can go from there. I am about 5 minutes from the church. I will check in with you all in just a little bit, and we'll continue our journey together today. All right, I love y'all. At the church, team is getting the work done, already taking shape. We are heading home just shortly, I believe. I am hungry and I want some real food. And there's a part of me that wants to go to Tradarius Josephus's
and pick up a couple of steaks and pop them on the grill. There is another part of me that acknowledges that it is about to rain, and while I might pick up a couple of steaks, I might not actually get the chance to cook them, which would tick me off pretty badly. So I am between a rock and a hard place trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. We ordered pizza for Alex. Jeremiah did while I was out. I think that I'm not far from Hip Hop Chicken and Fish, but also they have free delivery on DoorDash, so I honestly think that I can go there or that I can place an Instacart order. Oh, not Instacart, I'm talking all over the place. A DoorDash order. And food will be ordered, or food will be there by the time I get there. It'll see us through today and tomorrow, because I normally order like just a pan of wings. And that does the trick. And so right now, that is also like my current plan at this moment. Yeah, that's my current plan at this moment. I also am on one of those streets that kind of has like a little adjacent type thing, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to turn left or go straight, but I feel like I'm supposed to go straight, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not a big deal. But today, I think I got some footage of showing you guys working at the church. I didn't focus a lot on it because I was just enjoying being with my team today. So now I'm going home. I'm going to figure out food. I'm going to make sure that my clothes and stuff are ready for tomorrow, because I've got to be at church at 8 a.m. in the morning, if not a few minutes before. So that is the order of the evening. And then I'm going to chill because I am tired. I had thought that we would get done about noon, but turned out we didn't get done till like right at 2 o'clock, which is fine because the team executed well today. They executed really, really well today, so I'm really, really proud and feel really good about the work that we're doing. Yeah, so feels good when a plan comes together, as they say. So anyway, I will check in with y'all in a little bit. I'm going to get this food ordered in just a second when I get to a safe stopping place and go from there. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Ciao. To pick up the pants, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the ticket. Yeah, it's the pants to be him, the green pants.
Okay.
Almost forgot my pants, y'all. That was gonna be a disaster for the morning. Almost forgot them. Perfect. Bro, I almost forgot to pick up my pants from the cleaners. That was about to be an absolute disaster for me. But I'm so grateful for the Holy Spirit, who reminds us, brings all things back to our remembrance. All right, I just made it back to the house, and who is grateful is me. Now I gotta figure out how to get all of this stuff out the car, because I had to park like midway down the block because it's a lot of stuff going on around, and so parking is a thing. But I got a parking spot, and I'm only, like I said, about midway blocks, like maybe 5 or 6 houses back that way, so still good. I just need to get the stuff out the car in one fell swoop. So grateful that I remembered that my pants, Jesus, had not been picked up. I knew it was something else I was forgetting while I was taking my sweet precious time today. My pants. Lord, I would have been so disappointed. Would have been so disappointed if I had missed my pants. So super grateful I picked those up. The rain has held off, but it's starting to sprinkle. So I am trying to gather my things into one spot. Into one spot so that I can get out easily. See, this is part of the problem of carrying the bag. So like, this bag is cute and it's functional. It carries my iPad mini and a book and my little notebook, but it only carries so much. There's not flexibility. So at any rate, that's gotta be good enough for now. I've got my X106, had this on me, sitting next to me in the seat, and while I was driving on the Key Bridge, there was a caravan of people protesting, and with free Iran signs and flags and all that kind of stuff. So I was able to safely get a couple of shots while I was driving, which was really, really cool to do, and just reaffirms having my camera at the ready. So that was nice. Let's see. And I picked up my clippers. I did not take y'all into the beauty supply store with me. I should have. But there's the set I got. It's a little different than the ones that I got from Walmart. The price was about $10 more. But the distance I would have had to drive to Walmart, and even on their website, I could not tell if they were actually in stock. I took my happy tail right down to the beauty supply store that was right down the street from the church and went that route. So I am pleased with my work today. I'm going to edit this video and hopefully get it up today or tomorrow. I really wish at some point I could record like a day in the life for Sunday mornings, but I don't see how to do that and actually be focused on the work that I'm called to. So I'm not gonna try that anytime soon. All right, I'm gonna turn this camera off. I will probably going to end the video here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope you found it interesting. I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and notification button so that you can come along for the journey. I think my life is all right. So I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys will come along for the journey. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and meet me back here. I'm going to try to do more of these kind of day in the life style vlogs as well, as I'm continuing to build out my content base and kind of diversify the types of content that I'm giving you all. I do want to do some day in the life stuff just because I like watching them, so I'm hoping that you all also like watching them. So tell me what you think in the comments. Love your feedback. I love talking back and forth with y'all, and I appreciate all of you who have supported up until this point. I'll let y'all next time.
All right, so I know I said I was going to end the video there, but I wanted to come and show you all my new fresh haircuts. I don't love the clippers, but they are not the worst pair that I have had, and I think I like them a little better than the current pair that I have here. The pair that I got from Walmart that are at my parents' house are probably my faves, so I'm gonna figure out a way to trade them out probably, but these are okay. My hair is even. I'm okay. It's probably shorter than I would have cut it if I'd had the right guard with these new clippers, but I dig it. And I also did my skincare. Got a few blemishes coming in from not drinking enough water and such. But overall, got my shower. Kitchen is clean. Got some food in for the family. Clothes are ready for tomorrow. What else I do? Brush my teeth. What else I do? My skincare girl. Did my body and skincare routine. Baby, listen. If you haven't tried the Sarayu Blends Whipped Wonder, which is my line, you need to go do that. www.sarayublends.com. Like, don't miss out. Skincare, and I just ordered a set of press-on nails from Instacart because I just don't like giving the nail shop my money. And I did a Dazzle manicure there earlier last week at the nail shop. And normally, if the right lady does it, my Dazzle lasts me like 2.5 weeks, baby. That stuff peeled right off. So I'm getting some press-on nails
to see how I like them. Everybody said press-on nails have come a long way since I was a little girl. So grabbing them young press-ons. And that's it. All right, so it's an early morning tomorrow. I pray that you all get some rest and that you find a place to worship if you are the worshiping type tomorrow. Most of all, that tomorrow will be a restorative and restful day for you. A day filled with joy and things that are life-giving. And I'll talk to y'all soon. This is what y'all do on socials. My rings, I need to go and get them. I took them off to do my skincare and haircut and all of that. So I need to go put them on. They're in the hallway on the cabinet. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao.